I'm curious to see how my built-out original Ascent 18 compares to the new high steer brushless ready to run. So this is box stock, the new high steer, and this is my modded out Ascent 18. I designed a lot of parts for this. The body somebody else designed, but I remixed it to make the cutouts so the body could sit low. So I got cutouts there. I also did some cutouts here for the shocks, so I slid them back all the way in the front. I like the back ones straight up. Then I used mag mounts. The battery sits down low inside the body, as does the ESC. Oh, and the speed controls right here. It's a Furatech. Looks like I still got the Bluetooth module on there. They're kind of fragile. I should take that off. Got a little driver because he looks cool. I like him. I designed the bumpers and the cross pieces, the sliders, and this is what's unique. I designed a skid plate that runs the SCX24 transmission in it. Little slow motion pancake, 1700 kV in there. By the way, this is just 2S. And I didn't like this at first. These kind of wobble and don't line up, and they kind of made a clacking noise. But over time, whatever was clacking finally wore out. So no more clacking. Whatever it was hitting wore a groove in it somewhere. I don't know where. So I love this combination. The transmission spins a lot faster than the original, so I had to slow it down with the pancake, and it'll go slow and it'll go fast. So love this, but I'm really digging this thing too. This is really nice straight out of the box. Let's see, for tires I got black labels, and I can't remember what inserts I have. I don't think it's the original ones. I was experimenting with 3D printing some inserts at one point in time, so I think that's what's in there, because they just don't seem to quite have the squish that I recall from the stock foams. Do have a little bit of brass outer covers, portal covers, just on the front. Still got the stock servo. I've always been happy with it. It's just fine. So, gonna go try them out, see how I did on this modded out version compared to this new ready to run. By the way, I call this one the Blue Dog. Blue Dog, Red Cat. Seemed appropriate. I'm gonna crawl both of these a little bit, try to take about the same lines, same obstacles anyway, and I'll switch back and forth regarding which one starts first and which one follows. I'm mainly doing this for me, but thought I'd bring you along for the ride. I'm just curious to see how well I did on this build, or how poor, versus the box stock one, the nice new brushless, which I really like. I had said in a prior video how quiet this thing runs, and now today the thing's making crazy noise. I did get it in the water a little bit. Maybe that's it. Maybe it was just noisy that day and I didn't notice, but my goodness. Sounds like a little spaceship today. I don't know why. You can tell here the front end definitely is lighter than my Blue Dog. No brass up front. So very noticeable there for me. I had several rigs with me this day, and these were the last two I ran. Before that, I ran a couple of the CR18P, the Evo V2 and V3. Nice. Neither one of my Hobby Pluses could take that. Not even close. Probably due to approach angle and them open wheels, but that was... This line's pretty easy if it weren't for that little rock at the bottom there, making a little crevasse that I might get stuck in. And the only rig I was able to do it in was that brushless. Probably just ran the line just right. So hung up on the bumper. Here's a little split screen for you, just to save a little time. This is a long line. Oh, I'm really torn. Might have to make the Blue Dog rear steer and make this my new primary vehicle. This is really good. I can move the brass over here. So the outer portal covers, I think, are the same, just the inner's different. And I can move that battery forward. Body's fine, I like it. Don't love the color, but I like the body. The line here was one that I did with the CR18Ps also. And the Convoy brushed version actually did it better than the Rushmore. Man, that brushless is perfect. This spot here was just a great little rock to see how far I could take it up before it either flipped or lost grip. Just fun to play around on, try to find a approach up. I was trying to make it up to that white rock up in the top right corner. Both of them got there eventually. I spent a lot of time here. I won't show you all of it, but it was really fun. This is my kind of crawling. I'm really not caring for the squeal I keep hearing from the brushless version. I really don't get it. Hopefully it'll just go away and be quiet again. The Blue Dog is practically silent, and I've always loved that about that truck. Front end seems to be nice and settled, but I'm just not getting the grip to get up high enough to tip it. Now my left wheel's caught on a little ledge there. I'll back up. I'm not going to blame these black labels because I think I got some printed inserts in there that are just kind of an experiment. I wanted to try printing my own. This next line here, I almost lost it. Doesn't look as bad as it was, but I rolled it like 3 or 4 times coming off of here. And this time I barely made it. I was about to slip off. Give a little punch and made it. Nice, I like that. Boy, that steering. Yeah. Definitely getting better grip. Just the stock tires, so something wrong with my black label setup, but it's not the black labels, it's the inserts, I'm sure. Man, that just made it easy. Okay, just got done running these beauties, and man, I love this thing just like it is, but I am going to make changes for sure. But I'm going to start with changes on this, I believe, because since this one drives so nice and I enjoy it every bit as much as this, I think it's time for me to make this a rear steer. It's already set to the radio, my G7P, and that has the rear steer on it. Nice little knob. And I like that on my SCX24, so it's time. That'll give me some turning radius. It'll still keep this body on it because I love it. I love the look. And so I'll do that, but I'll probably, unless I got some brass laying around at home, I'll probably steal the portal covers, because these are brass. And I'll put them on here. And what else? I am not at all unhappy with the stock tires, at least compared with my current setup here. The black labels, I think I need to switch those back to standard foam. I was trying to get the sidewall sliding issue, but it's like, no. Gave up a lot of grip doing that. So I'll swap that back. I think I'm gonna leave everything else alone. I love this truck. But on this one, yeah, I think I'll see if I can do the free mod change where I swap the transmission backwards, put the battery up here, and that'll move a ton of weight forward. I'll see if I can document that for you too. Won't be able to do a side-by-side test like I did before because I'm not buying a stock one to have next to a modified one. Just gotta quit buying all these. So I'll do that, and I think I'll run these for a while. I'll put the brass on the front, but I think I'll just run these for a little while, but maybe I'll experiment with some of the tires I got. I got tons of tires laying at home in the drawer. And might move that switch on. That's kind of annoying, keeps popping off. Might move it down lower where I can reach it easier. So we'll see. Looks like that won't be a problem. I think that's just double stick tape down there. So I might move that where the battery is if there's room when I swap the motor backwards. Oh, I'm so excited. So many great things to get to do. We live in an awesome, awesome time for RC stuff. I'm like in my late 50s, and if you saw what I started with in the early 90s, man, you'd laugh. You'd think, man, it's terrible. No, this is great stuff. Because, for goodness sakes, my first one had a 3-speed resistor brushed motor, so had a little wiper that would turn and it would shift from first to second to third just by resistance. So there was no gradualness to it. It was just, here we go. And you'd take off the tires would spin and you'd hope you could hold it. So these are great times. And happy crawling.